Hello. All day. I mean, I actually think my bones, I could wring them out and there would be water in them. All day in the wet, the cold, the wind. I have been picking up poles all day, so my hands are cold, sandy, abrasive, and we do it for love. I mean, I ask you. Anyway, we do it for love. I have been out with the horse and the daughter all day. I've come home to the tree and we've got the fire lit because it's Sunday, so we're allowed to be warm on a Sunday. I don't know why we're allowed to be warm on a Sunday, but we're allowed to be warm on a Sunday. And Stanley, thank you for asking, is doing really well. So we are Sunday papers, looking at what's going on in the world, and it makes me laugh. The Sunday papers make me absolutely raw because it's like the meaty one, isn't it? It's the one where you get the in-depth interviews and you get the reflections and the real look on stuff. And it's the one where the party in power at the minute, Labour, use as a bit of a sort of, we'll float this in the Sunday papers and see how it goes. And one that's made me laugh out loud is Keir Starmer is paving the way for Rayner's return, saying she's hugely talented and was a victim of misogyny. He doesn't mind that she breached the ministerial code and avoided 40 grand in tax. No, he says she can come back. And I mean, come back, Rayner. All is forgiven. I mean, it almost begs the question, why do we get rid of them in the first place? Why do they resign? Why do they get the whip taken away from them? I mean, what is the actual consequence in a political party for being a complete dimwit, lying, evading, misleading? I've got to be careful of the accusations I'm throwing out here. You know what I'm getting at. But what's the punishment? What actually happens? Because it feels to me like they resign or they get sacked. They get the whip, take them off them, or they don't. They go away and they come back 3 weeks later, like bigger, better, and stronger. It's almost an incentive. It's a bit like benefits, isn't it? It's almost an incentive. What can I do that's really bad so that I can come back better, in a better position, with a better seat, with better PR, and I can blame people even more? And I'll talk about the hardship I've faced having had to resign, having had to leave. And then how difficult it was for me to come back, and I'm here, and it was all their fault, and it was misogyny. I mean, imagine if that was in actual day-to-day life, if that was in actual workplaces. I mean, I suppose it does make a mockery of the fact that they are not workplaces, are they? They are not, the Houses of Parliament is not a place of work. It's a place of gossip, scandal, who can stoop the lowest and who can get the least done, I would say. But imagine if you were actually in your place of work. I mean, obviously it wouldn't happen, would it? Because you're held under very different rules. You're held under the rules of employment law and the workplace. This lot aren't. They're held by their own rules, so they can do what they want. And there is this whole thing with, Keir Starmer took the whip away from so many MPs who win the first round of the two-child cap and the welfare cuts, with the first round, and they voted against what he then went and did anyway. And it's just like, what's happened to them then? So they said that you should get rid of the two-child cap, so they voted against you. You didn't do it. You did a U-turn and you got rid of the whip. And then a few months later you did it and you got rid of the two-child. Well, where are they? I mean, are they coming back now with thanks so much, sorry about that, small misunderstanding, let's not let it come between us, you can go back to your seat. I mean, how does it work? It's such a mockery. And Angela Rayner, the magnitude of Angela Rayner going. So she went, then we had to have David Lammy. I mean, honest to God, if that wasn't punishment enough. But now she's coming back, and what is she going to come back as? I mean, I bet she'll be the new leader. I put money on it. I put actual money on it that by the time he's forced to resign and kick the prime ministerial bucket, she will be jumping into his prime ministerial grave. It will be Angela Rayner. I mean, God help us all. She does make me laugh, so I suppose there is there's no silver lining with that one. I was going to try and make it sound better than it is. There isn't any way to make it sound better than it is. But that's what will happen, because we just have this revolving door, and it doesn't matter how badly behaved you are and how much you go against your manifesto and how much you don't serve your constituents and how much you don't do the job that you have been voted to do. You will still come back, and you will come back bigger and better. And it honestly feels like it's a competition over who can behave the worst and then still get away with it. And I Yeah, it wouldn't happen in my house, just so that we're clear. In this house, if you're badly behaved and you've done something wrong, there are consequences and they last. Yeah, we're sort of like the old fashioned school of you kind of need to atone for what you've done. And then once you've atoned for what you've done, we can all move on. But you don't just get to say sorry and that be the end of that. You have to actually show that you're sorry. You have to act like you're sorry. You have to change your ways. But no, I mean, I guess if that doesn't sit well with you, go and be an MP. Do what you like. So that's the Sundays. A good interview by Camilla Tominey with Pat McFadden when she was asking him about benefits and basically saying, you know, you've got to be earning £71,000. A family with 3 children has to be earning £71,000 to compete with having the same lifestyle as people on benefits. And Pat McFadden, when he was posed with this question, his first answer was, "Well, we inherited," and she was like, "No, no. What about what Labour have done?" And it's like I've said before, I wouldn't let them on. I wouldn't have them on my TV show if they didn't answer the question explicitly. And I would also have a sort of like ding, ding every time they mentioned it was their fault. And if they had 5, they'd be out. 5 strikes and you're out. You've actually got to answer the question. It's a challenge. You've got to answer the question without blaming the Tories. If you can come back again. If not, you're blackballed. I mean, it sounds quite good fun, doesn't it? Only I would stick to it. So my blackballing would be blackballed. It wouldn't be you're blackballed until next week when you come back in a different outfit. I mean, it's like, honest to God, it's like Mr. Ben, isn't it? They go in looking like an MP, come out looking like a charlatan, go back in looking like a charlatan, and come out looking like an MP. I mean, really? It was much better with Mr. Ben. Right, that's that. We are going to go. We've got the other tree, which is having the coloured lights on it. And we're going to go and decorate it. This is the tree, the real tree, which I've said because this house is so cold, I reckon it'll still be alive by Easter. I reckon we could call it the Easter tree. We've got the Christmas tree and then we could have the Easter tree because, I mean, it could even freeze. Who knows? But I won with the coloured lights. So we're going to put the coloured lights on it and then we're going to light the fire and we're going to put Stanley in his basket in front of the fire, in front of the Christmas tree. And he is going to see the beauty and the sparkles of Christmas, which he has loved. For his 22 years, Christmas is his best time ever. So it's Christmas for Stanley today, and we're looking forward to it.